Maguire transfer news, latest updates, rumours on Man United defender, possible replacements. After losing the Manchester United captaincy in the summer as part of a slide into marginalisation within matchday squads, speculation around Harry Maguire's future is only likely to intensify in the build-up to Euro 2024. Gareth Southgate seems steadfast in his loyalty to Maguire as a first-choice centre-back for the Three Lions. But the England boss has faced pressure over his decision to continue choosing a player who has little form to speak of because of his struggle for playing time at Old Trafford. As an experienced international who was the world's most expensive defender when he joined United from Leicester City for £80 million $102 million in 2019, Maguire has options if he decides to pursue regular first-team football. Maguire is likely to play more frequently in the coming couple of weeks due to United's persistent injury crisis, but once the Red Devils have a full squad available, the 30-year-old could be better served by looking for a transfer. Here's the latest on Maguire's potential next move and the players who could replace him in Erik ten Hag's squad. Harry Maguire transfer news, latest updates, rumours. West Ham United had a reported £30 million $36. $4 million bid accepted for Maguire days before the start of the 2023-24 Premier League season, but The Guardian said the move collapsed because the Red Devils could not agree a settlement on his contract, which is thought to have contained a pay rise for this season as a result of qualifying for the UEFA Champions League. Maguire himself said he never got as far as holding talks with the Hammers. Maguire is happy to stay at United despite his lack of game time, according to Football Insider, which said that West Ham remain in pole position to pounce if he changes his mind. The outlet quoted its sources as saying that any deal would be a loan move in January with an option to buy, but added that West Ham cannot afford a big money deal and Maguire's wages. AC Milan are one of numerous Italian clubs monitoring the situation, according to TalkSport, which cited fellow defender Chris Smalling's amazing revival since leaving United for Roma in 2019. Maguire, inevitably, was asked about the situation before helping England to qualify for Euro 2024 by beating Italy 3-1 at Wembley Stadium on October 17. "I believe in my ability and what I've done in my career," said Maguire. "Every player who's on the bench should believe that they should be starting. Otherwise they wouldn't be at a high level, and I'm no different. It's been tough. I want to play games and feel important to the club and the rest of the team. I haven't been playing anywhere near as much as I'd like. I'm not going to sit here all my life and play once every month. If it carries on, I'm sure myself and the club will sit down and have a chat about things." United were a lowly 10th in the table at that point, with a goal difference of -3. Only 4 teams outside the relegation zone had conceded more goals than them, with Maguire only starting in the top flight for the first time in their 8th Premier League game of the season, a 2-1 win over Brentford at Old Trafford. "I'm fully focused on fighting and trying to get my place back at United, helping the team to climb up the league to where we should be," Maguire pledged. "I'm really happy with my performances. I haven't started as many games as I'd like, but my win percentage, when I've played, is ridiculously high. There are times when I can do more and improve. I want to help the team out of this position that we're in." Maguire was dropped by Ten Hag after being ever-present in United's shambolic start to the Dutchman's first season in charge, when they lost 2-1 at home to Brighton Hove Albion and 4-0 at Brentford. They have won 18 of the 22 games in which Maguire has played for at least 10 minutes since then, although only 2 of those matches, both against Arsenal, with Maguire involved for a total of 33 minutes, were against teams who finished in the Premier League top 6 in 2022-23. Who could replace Harry Maguire at Man United? First-team regulars including Luke Shaw, Raphael Varane, Victor Lindelof and Lisandro Martinez have been hindered by injuries early in the 2023-24 season, and their availability will provide the most immediate alternatives to Maguire regardless of whether he leaves. United have other candidates in their squad who could also replace Maguire, as well as transfer targets whose arrivals could be contingent on his departure. Johnny Evans. Perhaps the easiest option for manager Erik ten Hag from the periphery of his squad. Evans surprisingly rejoined United in pre-season, having previously played for them between 2006 and 2015. Evans has not featured in the UEFA Champions League but has started 2 Premier League games since signing a 1-year contract following what was effectively a trial period of training with the squad. The Northern Ireland stalwart partnered Maguire in the centre of United's defence in their 2-1 win over Brentford at Old Trafford, when their poor start to the season, worsened by frequent defensive errors, seemed set to continue until substitute Scott McTominay scored twice in second-half added time. Evans contemplated retirement before returning to United and will be 36 in January. So he is clearly not a long-term option. However, Maguire's departure would strengthen his chances of earning a new deal. Will Fish. Academy product Fish returned to Hibernian for a second loan spell before the start of the 2023-24 season and played every minute of their first 8 games as the Scottish Premiership side conceded the joint most goals 12 of any team in the division. Former England youth international Fish also helped Hibs win 2 ties on their way to the final qualifying round of the UEFA Europa Conference League, in which they were thrashed 8-0 on aggregate by Aston Villa. Fish's only United appearance came against Wolves in May 2021, but Ten Hag has used him in pre-season matches and will hope that his growing experience with Hibs helps him to become a future United regular. The 20-year-old is unlikely to immediately replace Maguire if he leaves by the end of the 2023-24 season, but he will have designs on following him as a backup defender in United's matchday squads from 2024/25. Jean-Claire Todibo. United were close to signing nice centre-back Todibo in the summer, according to French newspaper L'Equipe, but his purported £34 million $41.3 million transfer may have fallen through because United did not bring in a similar sum for Maguire. United are under pressure to meet financial rules set by the Premier League and UEFA and have already spent £163 million $198 million on star signings Andre Onana, Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund this year. Todibo has been a regular for the League One club since joining them from Barcelona for around £7.4 million $9 million in 2021 and received his first senior call-up for France for their European qualifiers in March 2023. The 23-year-old seems wary of finding himself in a similar predicament to Maguire for club and country. I have the trust of a club with whom I have flourished and the possibility to perform in France, Todibo said after making his debut for Les Blues in a friendly in September. By having a good season, I could play at Euro 2024. I can't lie by saying that I didn't think I perhaps need to play at a top club to increase my chances. But there are guarantees of playing at Nice. Benjamin Pavard. Reports in Germany suggested that France international Pavard had been pushing for a move to United before joining Inter Milan in August. The 27-year-old is a World Cup winner and had lifted the UEFA Champions League while making more than 100 appearances for Bayern Munich, and his eventual price tag of around £26 million $33 million makes it plausible that United were waiting for Maguire to leave before making their move. Pavard has tended to play at right-back during his career but can also be deployed at centre-back, which would follow the switch Ten Hag made with Luke Shaw when the established full-back initially replaced Maguire as a left-sided centre-half. Inter were able to sign Pavard for that fee because he was approaching the final year of his contract at Bayern, and United could show an interest again if he does not become a regular at the Serie A side and Maguire moves on. Nerazzurri head coach Simone Inzaghi did not use Pavard during Inter's first 2 league games of the season, but he played every minute at centre-back in 3 of their next 4 Serie A matches as well as in their first 2 UEFA Champions League fixtures. Harry Maguire Man United contract, transfer fee. United secured a deal to bring Maguire to Old Trafford ahead of the 2019-20 season, after failing to sign him the previous summer on the back of a strong showing for England at the 2018 World Cup. Leicester eventually accepted the improved offer of £80 million $102 million for Maguire, making him the most expensive defender of all time, surpassing Virgil van Dijk's £75 million $95 million move to Liverpool in 2018. Maguire signed a 6-year contract, bringing him up to the end of the 2024-25 season, with United unlikely to activate their clause to extend his deal by a further 12 months. Maguire, like many United players, is said to have received a pay rise following qualification for this season's Champions League. It is those high wages that are proving a problem when it comes to offloading the player to another club. Harry Maguire Man United career trophies. Heading into the 2023-24 season, Maguire had made 118 Premier League appearances across 4 campaigns at United, with 175 in all competitions. Last season's Carabao Cup title win is his only trophy success at the club after losing out to Villarreal in the 2020-21 UEFA Europa League final and last season's FA Cup final to Manchester City. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.